Now, a weather update from the 4-Zone Weather Team, sponsored by Carabin Shaw.
11:30 on this Saturday morning, and my goodness, an update to our forecast. Temperatures are dropping a lot quicker. This freezing line, it is moving right along. We're seeing temperatures that are now below freezing from far northern Bexar County to Kendall County, back across the western hill country and reaching the southern Edwards Plateau region. Del Rio is sitting at 33 degrees. Hondo at 35. We're now at 35 here in San Antonio. However, on the north side of town and up into Bernie, Kerrville, and Rock Springs, temperatures are at or below freezing. In Stone Oak, that's below freezing, 31. Helotes, 31. Scenic Oaks at 32. The Rim is at 33. That freezing line will continue to progress farther to the south, and as it does, temperatures will be dropping into the lower 30s. That is a big concern because any precipitation that falls once that freezing line moves through, we're talking icy conditions. We'll take a look at radar coming up. We do have some gusty winds, and these winds have been causing some power outages in our area. We've been seeing gusts between 20 to 25, even close to 30 plus miles an hour. Gusts at the airport currently at 24 miles an hour, 33 miles an hour in New Braunfels. I do believe that we do have a soundbite from Rudy Garza, president of CPS Energy. If we can go to that so we can hear what he has to say.
If you have an outage, the likelihood is it will be a localized outage due to wind or something that caused it. Please don't assume it's a broader issue. If there's an issue on the ERCOT system, we will be clear in our communication about that.
And here's a look at the current outages. This is according to CPS Energy website. Active outages 9, affecting 12 customers. Just know that the gusty winds will stick around through the rest of the day. Gusts 25 to 30 plus miles an hour. But I'm sure crews with CPS Energy are out there working to restore power where those areas are currently affected. And the concern for additional power outages will likely increase tonight through early tomorrow morning because of the potential for ice. We'll likely see ice building up on trees and power lines, and that'll likely start in the hill country and then farther south and east into northern Bexar County. Let's go to the map so I can show you that the wind is making it feel even colder. This is how cold it feels like outside. It feels like it is 25 in San Antonio. It feels like it's 18 in Bernie and Kerrville, and a wind chill of 10 in Rock Springs. Winter radar, I am tracking this area of moisture. I mentioned this earlier when I was last on. The moisture from the south is now entering that colder air mass where temperatures have been below freezing for several hours. So we've been seeing a mixture, a wintry mix here from Utopia to western Bandera County, now getting into central Kerr County, affecting Kerrville. This is a mix of freezing rain and sleet that is quickly racing off towards the north. It's now entering Gillespie County, approaching Fredericksburg, and this is definitely causing some icy conditions there. So any additional moisture that falls here, well, we're talking ice. Now closer to northern Bexar County, perhaps some sleet possible momentarily, and that's mostly outside of Loop 1604. It's just a cold rain farther to the south inside of 410 in the heart of downtown San Antonio. That's cold, light rain. Also some light showers over towards Karnes County. Farther to the south and west, very, very light precipitation. We're talking northern portions of Maverick County, seeing some patchy light drizzle. There goes where all the winter weather is falling. That is snow still coming down around the Panhandle. It looks like Dallas is seeing a lull from the winter weather, at least downtown Dallas is, but there is a winter mix just to the south of Dallas. And notice that there is rain right along the coast and over towards Houston. So roads are wet. We're seeing mostly just a cold rain. However, different story for the hill country. Already seeing some patchy ice in those spots. Kerr County back towards Bandera County. That icy mix is forecast to spread farther south this afternoon, this evening, tonight, and into early tomorrow morning. So in San Antonio, at least for the next, I would say 3 to 4 hours until 4 o'clock this afternoon, as temperatures stay above freezing, we're talking mostly just cold, light rain. However, outside of city limits, 1604 farther north and across the hill country, we'll have to watch for patches of freezing rain, sleet. Now, freezing rain is rain that freezes on contact on surfaces that are 32 degrees or lower. Sleet, those are ice pellets, small ice pellets that just bounce off of surfaces. And notice as the moisture increases through the day, and especially this evening in through tonight, and that colder air continues to settle and filter south, then that icy mix does expand farther to the south and east. That's why we've been telling folks, if you can hunker down starting at 4 or 5 p.m., stay indoors through tonight, because conditions are just going to deteriorate as that moisture moves in and that cold filters farther south. We'll see widespread freezing rain, including a bit of sleet. This will all clear out early tomorrow morning after 6, 7 a.m. Then we'll see some sunshine tomorrow in the afternoon. But it's going to get dangerously cold tonight, folks. Wind chill temperatures likely to drop into the single digits in the hill country and lower teens here in San Antonio. So cloudy, cold, windy with patchy, mostly light rain until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Then as temperatures get closer to freezing and below this evening through tonight, we'll have to watch for that icy mix of sleet and freezing rain. How much ice are we talking? Well, this computer model is giving you a general idea, about 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in that brighter pink. That's where ice accumulations are the highest, and that includes areas along and north of Highway 90 and up into the hill country. A glaze to a few hundredths of an inch farther to the south and east. The difference between the North American model and I'm going to show you the next model, and the graph is this one is showing higher ice accumulations. I would say just prepare for the worst. This will create slick roads, also creating more power outages as the ice builds up on trees and power lines. Slick travel. Here, let's break down how the icy conditions will impact roads. So in the hill country, just watch for the patches of ice through the rest of the afternoon, but going into the evening, expect more slick roads throughout the hill country and certainly tonight. Bexar County central zone starting over far northern Bexar County and spreading farther to the south and east. You can see that late tonight through 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, lots of slick roads with ice. Throughout the day tomorrow, as that drier air filters in and temperatures rise above freezing, conditions on the roads will start to improve. That'll likely happen after midday. And then any standing water, any lingering precipitation Sunday night into Monday morning, well, that's just going to freeze over because we're going to be in a deep freeze. Extreme cold warning goes into effect later this evening, runs through Monday morning. That may be extended through Tuesday morning just because we're going to have sub-freezing temperatures once again Monday night into Tuesday morning. Here's your 7-day forecast tomorrow. Forecasting a low of 24 in the morning, but wind chill temperatures in the low teens, single digits in the hill country. By Tuesday morning, 20 degrees, 49 in the afternoon. That is your forecast. We'll bring you another update coming up in the next few minutes. If you're heading out, just be careful, stay warm, and we'll be back in a few minutes.